back to another video on 21st Century Opinion with us. My name is Emmy, if you didn't already know that.
And this is your boy, Johnny Boy, the great Abu Gandhi with the great vibes, bro. Don't let Satan ruin your day.
Thank you for tuning back in to watch another video with us. If you didn't see our last video last week, don't forget to check out our last video. And without further ado, what are we talking about today?
The topic for today is, we're gonna get spicy.
I don't like spicy.
How often should a married couple have sex?
I don't like spicy things.
Whew. You guys ready for it? What do you think, honey?
I think as often as you want, or as often as your partner wants, as often as both of you want. But of course, you don't want it to be like once a year or once a month. You want it to be a healthy amount of time.
So let's be more specific. How many times a week do you think a married couple should have sex for the relationship to be considered sexually healthy?
Once a week.
You said once a week?
Yeah. Once a week. Out of the 4 weeks in the month. That's plenty.
So 4 times a month.
Mm-hmm.
So you think you should have sex with your partner 4 times in 31 days?
I think minimum. Once a week.
I said how many?
Once a week. Minimum.
What's the maximum?
As much as you can. That's the maximum. But minimum, for you to not feel like you need to step out of your relationship, that your partner is holding back from you, or that, you need to like get a divorce because you're not getting enough. I think once a week should be enough to like to satisfy your desire. You know what I mean? Every Wednesday, every Friday, every weekend.
What if your partner loves sex?
If your partner loves sex, I don't know. What are they doing to make you want to have sex? Or aren't you having sex with them more often? I don't think the question is how often you should be having sex. The question should be, why aren't you having sex more often? And then we could discuss, how often you should be doing it.
How much sex is undesirable, is too much?
Every day of the week, 7 days a week, 30 days in a month. That's too much for sure. That sounds stressful.
Well, in my opinion, I think you should have it at least twice. Only because the week is long. Maybe you say every couple of days or some shit. Every couple of days or something, or something like that. And make sure like those 2 days that you choose to do it, you actually put in the work. It's not just bam bam, thank you ma'am, and that's it. You gotta really put the work. I mean, after a while, I do agree that after a while, just once is fine, because you get tired, you get lazy, especially if you're busy. Like you don't have time to go above 3, I think. And if you have the time to go above 3, then you probably shouldn't be doing it, because you probably broke.
Broke people have the most sex. That's all they have time for.
That's what I'm saying.
So find a job if you're doing it more than 3 times.
That's what I'm saying, because once you start getting tired, you don't want to do it, and like especially if you're tired, and you gotta put the work like a good 20-30 minutes before the actual. You guys are grown, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't. I don't.
You don't?
Can
you just tell her as a sign?
I think
She just said I don't put the work, bro. You guys are shit.
In a healthy relationship, it should be like you should prioritize, like, is that even a word? Prioritize, that's the word. You should prioritize doing it, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't get lazy, like he wants to do it again, he wants to have sex again. You should prioritize like pleasing your partner, spending time with each other, getting physically involved. Like, it's just as important as everything else. It's just as important as putting a meal on the table. So if you think of it that way, you know what I mean? Like, It's important just like going to work to pay the bills. It's important just like cooking food and putting food on the table. Then it makes it easier to balance it and find a time to do it. And you don't feel like you being disturbed. Like, like it's gonna make me happy, it's gonna make her happy. Let's do it once a week. You could do it once every Friday, right? You don't have work Saturday and Sunday, why not?
Once a week. So so see the thing about men, they produce over 10,000 hormones a day, and don't quote me on that because this is not the correct number. So it's like they can have it every single day, and it wouldn't be a problem for them. So it's like especially if it's somebody that likes it, like, and then you let it build up for like 7 days before you do it. You know what I'm saying? That's when the men can step out. I think you need at least.
I said minimum.
I think you need a minimum of 2.
I said minimum 1. And another reason.
Now that I think about it, I think a minimum of 2. Because you don't know who your man is seeing when he's on the road, or your woman is seeing, because you might get sexual desires, and
if you have the desire, you know what I mean, you shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be like, I really want to do this, but I gotta wait till next Friday. It shouldn't be like that. It should be like, I really want to do this. Let me approach this person and see if I could turn them on as well. What can I do to get this person in the mood as well, so we can do it together? But knowing that you get some at least like on Friday, even if it's like, if I come home today, I'm like trying to touch you and you're like, I'm too tired, I'm not in the mood, at least you have something to look forward to for Friday. You know what I mean?
So you think it's a good idea for you to have scheduled sex?
Yes, it gives you something to look forward to. And on those days when she or he's like,
can we have a schedule?
On those days when he or she's like not interested, totally want nothing to do with you, at least it's coming, and it's not like, you're not worried like every single day, like, my wife lost interest in me, blah blah blah, we haven't done it in 3 weeks, I don't think she wants anything to do with me anymore. Like, at least like, okay, like, it's coming on Friday, you tired today, you tired tomorrow, but you off on the weekends, and I'm gonna get some on the weekend. Agree? I know you agree.
Then okay, I'll just leave it up to you guys, but I think at least 2 times is considered healthy, because the week is long. The week can be long. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you work a hard job and you're always tired, both ways, right? Whether the men work hard or the women work hard, I think then you can just settle for once, because you don't have the energy sometimes. Then yeah.
But whenever you want to take the first
if it's
move.
not if you're not working so hard and not really tired, then it has to be at least once, at least twice, because if you have time in your hand, you have time to think about things like that, right? But if you don't have time, then you're barely thinking about it. You could go like 2-3 weeks and not even think about it because you don't have time. When you have the little free time, you like so tired, you gotta sleep, and that's the danger in most relationship, them adults.
And make it interesting. If you're gonna do it every weekend, you know what I mean? On the weekends, when you're coming home from work, you're getting some, pick your wife up a little flower, you know what I mean? It's like, it's Friday, she's gonna give me some coochie, let me get her some roses. And if you a wife, you're gonna be at home and you're only doing it on Fridays. It's like, let me put on some cute lingeries, let me light some candles, let me spice it up if you're only gonna do it once a week.
Yeah, go in his bank account, take some money and buy some Fenties, or go to Sex World, make it spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you get a.
And because I said once a week, that doesn't mean if your man comes to you on Monday and says he wants some, and you're like, you just had it on Friday, you gotta wait till next Friday. You know what I mean? I
mean, you can say that if he's not putting in the work,
I also don't think you should ask people like, do you want to have sex? You want to do it? It's like, you want to do it, approach them.
I mean, if there's no like intimacy that was created in the beginning of the relationship, it might be tough, because you have the mental thinking that if you approach that person, the person is gonna push you away. So as a result, you end up asking. And sometimes too, it's not the intimacy thing. It's like, if I ask you today, you say you don't want to do it, you're tired. I ask you tomorrow, you say you're tired, and then it's like, okay, I ask you next week. It's like if I ask you like 5 times in a row, you said no, but we do it. We do it within that time. But if I ask you 5 times in a row and you say no, like I don't want to ask you no more because I feel like I'm being needy or something, right? So it's like, even if you're not in the moment, I think if your partner asks, you should at least do it, even if it's not the time that you want to do it. Because like if you ask me and I say no, like, and then it's okay, I can understand you're tired. I ask you again, you said no. After the third time, it's like, I don't think the person is tired or something. I think they just.
I think you should also recognize like when someone's tired as well. You know what I mean? Like if you know, like if I come home and I'm like, oh my gosh, I had the longest day at work. I have a headache. I can't wait to go to sleep. Like if I verbalize to you that I'm actually tired, like I'm done. What makes you think I want to have sex with you? I just told you how tired I was. You gotta listen to cues, like. And that's the most important thing too. It's like paying attention to what's going on in the person's world. Like if you know they're tired, don't ask back to back to back. You know the answer is gonna be the same thing. Like you know they work 16 hours. You know they didn't get any sleep yesterday. They didn't get any sleep today. What makes you think it's gonna be different from yesterday? They didn't get any sleep and they still gotta wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, you gotta be mindful of these things too. So. That's all we had for you. But keep in mind, every time you say no, you basically you put a distance between you and the.
We can't talk today because we work 16 hours, so we're tired.
Exactly. So I'm not gonna ask.
What's that thing we do?
Anyway, it's time for inspiration journey. Boom. What do you have for today?
For today, I have. I have this quote that says, "It is better to stay well than it is to get well. It's better to stay healthy than it is to get healthy." So keep that in mind next time you reach for that donut, next time you reach for that Coke. I just had Coke today. But keep that in mind. It is better to stay healthy than it is to get healthy. Like, it's better to maintain your shape. It's better to maintain your diet than it is to, like, try to lose weight. Try to maintain the weight that you already have right now. Try to maintain your health. Get your exercise in while you're doing well. Don't wait till doctors tell you like you have 2 days left to live and that's when you're trying to turn your life around, because it don't work like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think my inspiration for the day would be
We don't want to hear it.
Good, because I didn't have anything. So
we're not giving you a way out. Nope.
I get it back. Speaking of prioritizing, I think you should start practicing, like basically staying in a good mood. Basically, what I'm trying to say is like, do not let anybody ruin your day, no matter how bad or terrible. You should be the one that ruin your own day. Don't let somebody control your day or the outcome of the day, right? Any action has a reaction. So somebody pulls something against you or something like that, just don't worry about it. Everything will be fine. Just come up with a plan and how you're gonna best approach the situation. Do not get mad or let it ruin your day. Just go about your day the way it should be, and everything will be okay. Just remember that at the end of the day, everything will be okay. If you like, you cannot carry. If you couldn't carry a problem, it wouldn't come your way. God doesn't give you anything you cannot carry. So if you're homeless today, it's because God knows you can handle being homeless. That's why you are homeless. Okay, so it's just an example. I'm pretty sure I handle it too. That's why we're not homeless.
What he said, I remember one time, I don't know if it's like a quote that's quoted somewhere, but someone, or did I read it somewhere? Someone said to me that people are like the garbage truck, right? They collect all this trash, eventually they become full. Once they become full, they're looking for a place to dump all this trash they've been carrying around. You could just happen to be that location where they dump all the things they've been carrying around. Don't let that ruin your day where you take all the trash that they poured on you and you're gonna pour it on someone else, because that's what's gonna happen. You let this person dump all their trash on you, now you out of place, you're gonna go dump it on someone else. So when people like try to ruin your day, remember to stay positive. Remember that they are a dumpster full of trash and you want to dodge their trash and keep it pushing.
You know what I don't get? How the hell did you just steal my spotlight, bro? You already had your say.
I was just...
You stole my spotlight. It was supposed to be mine. And then you sound better than me. Shit. Bye.
Thank Thank you for tuning back in to watch another video with us. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, which is over there.
Share with your friends, group
And
chat,
your mom
whatever,
and your family members.
and your partner if he's not doing it for you or something.
Let me tell you something. If you give you some good advice here that you think your wife or your husband should listen to, just send them the video. You know, casually post it on your Facebook page and they'll stumble up on it. And they'll get the message.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you guys need to stop being so spoiled and share our videos.
Thank you for watching. Peace.